Hi guys, I am Spicy Mari, a relationship expert and matchmaker for the Spicy Life.
So tell me, after being together for so long, how do you keep the flame burning?
You can't like see them every day of the week.
Okay, so you got that, folks. If you want to keep the flame burning, you got to take a vacation from each other.
I grew up in a single parent home, but my mother was married 3 times. So I was always setting her up. So after 3 marriages, she needs to really understand how to have a healthy relationship. And so my mom started giving me tools and books in order to make sure I didn't repeat the same mistakes as her. So I went on into college and majored in communications at UC Berkeley, and then saw that there was a huge breakdown in relationships. And then I became a certified dating coach, and then went on to get my master's in communications as well, so that I could coach and counsel and help couples not only infuse the love and passion back into the relationship, but also teach singles how to have it to begin with.
Don't be afraid to ask people what they thought about the date. But I kid you not, people are too afraid to ask that.
So I knew that I always wanted to be a host. I've always wanted to have a relationship show. And so while I was focusing on entertainment, I was building my brand and growing my business. And the more that I invested in my business, the more I realized like, oh, I'm creating an empire that should be on television right now. And so the hosting came naturally. I always did radio. I had a radio show where I was giving relationship advice called Spicy Tips. And so it just transpired into now this being major advice that people are taking when it comes to their love life and finding someone.
We have the top professionals in their field. We don't just transform perspectives, we fuel connections.
My company is called The Spicy Life, but Spicy stands for self-passion, intimacy, communication, and learning to say yes. And so intimacy is one of the threads. It's very important that you're able to build intimacy in every relationship. However, in the Latino community, it's very challenging for parents to be able to talk to you about how to build that intimacy. And sometimes we're dealing with, some of the, machismo and, we can't cry and we can't show affection because we need to be strong. But that's how we raise our sons to be as well. And then they later on go look for a wife, and unfortunately don't know how to be the proper partner to her. And she didn't experience it from her parents, so she doesn't know how to return it as well. And so now they're unable to form intimacy. And by intimacy, I don't just mean sex. I mean the sharing and communication of your past, your thoughts, your vulnerability. It's very hard to be vulnerable. And unfortunately, our culture doesn't always allow for that.
As a publicist, relationship building is the key to everything. After going through the Spicy method, I got better at communication and relationship building.
My love life is amazing. I recently got married, and my husband is everything that I could want and more, and even what I didn't know I necessarily needed. It's been a great learning experience for me, and I experiment with him. Every single thing I tell couples to do or singles to do, I have tried with him. He is my guinea pig. He's so tired of every spicy experiment. But he does feel like I, really am passionate about my work. And sometimes I have to remind myself that although I'm obsessed with helping other people find love, I need to make sure that my relationship is a main priority for me and that we don't lose the spice while I'm over here infusing other people's.
So the moment I've been waiting for is here. March Madness is just a few days away, and the founder of The Spicy Life needs a look for this speed dating game night. I gotta look spicy, right?
Don't be afraid to get spiced. If you don't have this skill set or something's going wrong and it's a consistent pattern, for whatever reason, if you are single and you know that you are an amazing person, don't be afraid to get help. Don't be afraid, just like you went to school or you perfected your craft, don't be afraid to invest back into your personal life. Just be open to everything.